The only person I may have given, I would say, a close, like maybe a close second, if you just want to argue that, is of Alyssa Thomas is averaging right now 13, 9, and 8, or 12, 9, and 8. Um, if Alyssa Thomas could get those rebounds and assists into the double figures, and then we talk about her averaging a triple double and them being a 1 seed at the time, I would fight for Alyssa Thomas to be in the conversation at minimum. But horseshoes and hand grenade, excuse me, horseshoes and hand grenades are the only time I almost count. You feel me? Shout out to Coach Woods for that life gym back in high school. And so the fact that we can't give Alyssa Thomas credit for almost averaging a triple double. She hasn't averaged it fully yet at 12, 9, and 8. And because of that, put Asia in the class for MVP all by herself, all by herself. Um, Honorable mentions nonetheless, though, because we gotta, give everybody, who really been putting on this season that credit. Nafisha Collier, bruh, what she doing ain't different than what she was doing last year. Right now, she leading the team in points at 21, leading the team in rebounds at 11, giving you also 3 assists. But like I said, the Minnesota Lynx last year were 3-8 through their first 11 games. This year they are 11-8. Excuse me. This year they are 8-3 as opposed to 3-8 last year. And what's changed again? McBride, she's been stepping up, averaging 18 points this season, just had a 30 ball. Courtney Williams, a phenomenal floor general, phenomenal defensive player, out on the perimeter. They also got Natisha Hideman. Yes, so and she's a great defensive player. She's coming over from the Connecticut Sun, where they smother you defensively. So having that defensive pedigree and experience from the Sun, she's bringing it over to the Lynx. You also got Elena Smith. That team is just clicking on all cylinders, and nothing more shines a spotlight on greatness and the greatness of a player like winning. And again, Nafisha Collier, she was doing the same thing last season. It's just good to see that it's finally paying off in wins for her. Um, so yeah, man. Next up on honorable mentions, right? Who we got? Who do you think we got? That would have to be Arike Ogunbowale. Uh, Arike, man, they struggling, dog. They 3-7. But they not just down one of they big dogs or they big three, and Natasha Howard and Satu Saberly. They don't have neither one of them. They don't have Satu. They don't have Natasha. And it has been a grave situation for the Dallas Wings. And Arike has been doing all she can for them. She got the greenest of green lights in the in the league, trying to keep her team afloat, bro. But it's just hard when you don't have your core. Like you're missing over half your core, and not having Natasha and not having Satu. And just an honorable mention, Arike, bro. I know you're doing the best you can. You averaging 26 points per game. Um, you would probably have to average 50 to keep them above 500. But a honorable mention nonetheless. Next honorable mention, they're not winning. Also, they're 4-7. But Arik, these honorable mentions are like 1,010% like certified like all stars. Like you know what I'm saying. They're certified on like a first or second team. Um, Dearica Hamby. Last season she was with the Sparks. However, she was coming off the bench, behind Naka Gumake, who was the star of their team last year. And Dearica Hamby, when you lose somebody like Naka, obviously you're in a rebuilding phase and you're trying to figure out like, well, what's the next best thing for us as a team? Like, how could we try to get better, or who are we going to like, move on to? And though the Sparks have drafted Rakia Jackson and Cameron Brink, they're rookies, so it's gonna take them time to develop and get adjusted to, developing their skills and get adjusted to the play and the style of the WNBA. However, De'Erica Hamby has been somebody who's embraced the rebuilding phase for the Los Angeles Sparks and said, "Hey, what we are going, hey, like everybody rally around me. Just follow what I do." And De'Erica Hamby averaging 20 points, 11 rebounds. She leads the league for double doubles in the league with 9. And she is a story where it's about it's about opportunity. Like you could get caught up, you feel me, and judging a player based off like, oh, they only averaging this or they only averaging that. But it's about the situation. She came off the bench last year, averaging 8 points and 6 rebounds off the bench. Now given the opportunity to be the lead top dog head honcho. Now you see she's averaging 20 points and 11 rebounds and leading the league in double doubles. Right. So De'Erica Hamby, certified all-star. Kalia Copper. She's having her best year ever that she's had. And that's a lot, I would say statistically, because she's a WNBA champion with the Sky, and she's also a Finals MVP. I don't know what could really top a season like that. But other than that, statistically, this has been her best season yet in her career. As she's averaging 24 points a game for the Phoenix Mercury. And last year, the Phoenix Mercury were a bottom team, did make the playoffs, but she has them right at 500 at 6-6, averaging 24 points again. And it's crucial because at the start of the season, Brittany Griner went down with an injury, and that's a big bulk of production to not have Brittany Griner to start the season. No need to fear. Kalia Copper was there. uh, for the Suns, and as opposed to them sinking and maybe phoning it in as opposed to phoning it in the first half of the season, man, Kalia Copper said, "Yo, let's hoop." And a couple of your kids is she been motherfucking hooping. Do you hear me? So certified all-star. And yeah, and those are just people who like, what I'm saying, like have been having great starts to the year. Khalil Copper has had multiple 30 point games this season. As a matter, I could be trying to give you a little bit too much thing, but I don't know if you hit it or you got close, and my memory kind of escaping me. I want to say you flirted with a couple 40 balls. You flirted with a couple 40. Okay, yeah, you flirted with some 40 balls this season. Early in the season, you had back-to-back games where you had 38 and then 37. So like she's just been like on fire to start the season again. Like I said, Brittany Griner go down, you want to panic, you want to worry. No need to fear. Kalia Copper is here for the Phoenix Mercury. So yeah, man. And then you got the defending WNBA MVP Breanna Stewart averaging 18 points, 9 rebounds. And if your team is the best team in the league and you're a top player, you got to be you're definitely an all-star for sure. But if you want, like I said, I would have gave Alyssa Thomas some of that MVP conversation if she was like full out averaging a triple double to start the season, but she's not. But if you want to be like, Breanna Stewart, you know what I'm saying? She's, on the best team with the best record. You want to use that narrative against me. I'm not gonna fight it. Salute to Breanna Stewart and her start to the season too, man.